Hello, friends, and thank you as always for visiting the Legend Sports Universe YouTube channel, the Legend Sports Universe, where legends play forever. This is the Franchise Stars Baseball League Game of the Week for August 13th of Year 2 of the FSBL, coming to you live from Forbes Field in Pittsburgh, where the Pittsburgh Pirates will play the Cincinnati Reds. The Pirates had fallen out of first place where they had been for much of the season. They had been caught by the Cardinals, but they've won 5 in a row, including the first 2 of this series, to reclaim the division lead by a half game over the Cardinals. The Pirates will look for the sweep of the Reds here. The Reds 6 games out in the wild card spot, 7.5 out in the division. So the Reds certainly still in the thick of things here in the National League. Getting the start for the Pirates, Doug Drabek. Drabek 7-4, a 3.86 earned run average in 17 starts so far on the season. Drabek pitches to contact. He doesn't walk many, doesn't strike out many. Lets his defense do the work behind him, but he keeps the ball down, tries to keep the ball in the yard. Stepping in to lead off for the Reds, Pete Rose, 312, 11 homers, 38 RBIs. Rose over 300, no shock to anyone. Slider from Drabek misses down low. We're underway here at Forbes Field as Dwayne Marks' YouTube network joined us. Hello, Dwayne. Thank you for checking in. Hope people will go and check out Dwayne's channel. I think Dwayne said he was going to do a game after this one, and he also did one earlier on this morning. So go check his stuff out for Milwaukee Braves and New York Yankees content. Check out the Reds lineup here. Rose, Seymour, and Lombardi. Foster, Goodman, and Groh. Casey, Concepcion back from injury, and Johnny Temple. The Reds do not have a lot of power in that lineup, and they were without Foster for about a month. So the Reds lineup really suffered with Big George out of the lineup. Fly ball here to center. That's put away. And very quickly, 3 pitches in, Drabek has retired the first 2 Pirates to face him.
The catcher, number 4.
So that'll bring up Ernie Lombardi. Lombardi, 264, 13 homers, 49 runs batted in. First pitch swinging. This one is called foul. That'll find the seats for strike 1. Drabek deals. Lombardi skies it to center. I believe that's Jake Stenzel out there. Puts it away, and the side is retired. So Drabek sets the Reds down in order. We head to the bottom of the first. Cincinnati nothing. Pittsburgh coming up. Marte, Stennett, and Stargell will bat for the Pirates. They will face left-hander Epa Rixey. Rixey 9-8, 3.21 earned run average in 23 starts. Rixey has been solid, has not gotten a lot of run support in this struggling Reds lineup. Like Drabek, Rixey does not walk many. He'll strike out a few more than Drabek will. He'll start off facing Starling Marte. Marte batting .263 on the year.
Number 6.
First pitch fastball in there for a called strike. So the 2 losses to open up this series have pushed the Reds a game below the 500 mark at 58-59. Marte loops this one, but Temple retreats, puts it away for out number 1.
Batting second, the second baseman.
Check out the Pirates lineup. Marte, Stennett, and Stargell. Beckley, Elliott, and Carey out in center. Fred Clark, Jay Bell, Manny Sanguin. Bill Mazeroski. I actually believe Mazeroski is hurt. The rookie out of the lineup. So Rennie Stennett gets the start here. And Stennett's been solid. Stennett batting .283. Part-time action. Homer 12 RBIs. You can see Stennett riding a 10-game hitting streak. Rixey delivers. Change up in there. So Stennett in an 0-2 hole. Beautiful day here at Forbes Field in Pittsburgh. Rixey leaves that one out over the plate a bit. Instead, it serves it into center for a base hit. So it's a one-out base runner. The Pirates still do not have a ton of power, but their pitching has significantly improved from a year ago. The Cardinals have fallen off from a year ago, and that's how the Pittsburgh Pirates sit atop the NL Central. Here's Stargell, 292, 32 homers, 67 RBIs. Here's where they turn to for the pop in the bat. Rixey deals. Breaking ball misses inside. Stargell, of course, can be doubled up, not fleet of foot. Change up there, foul back. It's 2-1. Rixey deal. Stargell hits that one hard but foul. Breaking ball misses down low. First baseman Jake Beckley waits in the on-deck circle. Full count here as Rixey works to Stargell. Protects against a high fastball, fouls it off to stay alive. There's the offering up high. Stargell lays off, and it's ball 4. So the Pirates have 2 men on against Rixey with 1 out here in the first. Here's Jake Beckley. Beckley batting .265. Rixey takes a peek at Stennon on second. Change up misses away. 17 homers, 61 ribbies for Beckley. Here in mid-August. Rixey deals. Beckley lines a shot out into right. Played out there by Goodman. Nobody will tag. Gets the throw into third. It's offline, but no matter. Rowe slides over to retrieve it, and there's 2 down. So here's Bob Elliott. Elliott, .242, 17 homers, 47 runs batted in. Elliott had a surprisingly terrific season at the plate last year. Not that Elliott was a bad hitter by any means. Bob Elliott was a very good hitter. But he was juiced up some really nice power numbers last year. I believe he hit over 30. And his average was much better than the .242 he's currently at this season. Pulls this one foul into the seats. Again, the pitching improvement, really the big improvement for these Pirates. Fastball in there for a called strike. Rixey's ahead of Elliott 1-2. Delivers. Nice breaking ball from Rixey. Elliott swings and misses, and Rixey gets out of trouble. So Elliott strikes out to end the inning. We'll head to the top of the second here at Forbes Field. Reds and Pirates scoreless. Awkward swing there from Elliott. Rixey chewed him up with that one. So here's Big George Foster. Foster, .290, 20 homers, 60 runs batted in. As mentioned, Foster missed about a month with an injury. And this Reds lineup really suffered without the Thunder in the middle of the batting order. Drayback needed only 5 pitches to get through the first. His first pitch here to Foster is in for a called strike. Bernard Strom, Sports Replays, joined us. How are you, Bernard? I hope all is well with you, sir. Hope you're feeling a bit better. Bernard said he'll be doing a stream on Friday. So, reserve that spot on your calendar. One count as Drayback works to Foster. He misses up high. It's 2-1. Good slider away. Foster chases. So the count to Foster level at 2-2. Draybeck started off the season in the minors. The rookie got called up fairly early on. Forget who was injured, but Draybeck was called up to replace him, and he's kept his spot in the rotation. Ival Goodman waits on deck. Count is full. That pitch, Foster got a lot of that one. Hit well to left, retreating, tracked down. Nice play out in left. Fred Clark gets a good break on that ball and makes the grab for the first out. Goodman batting .243, 13 homers, 6 RBIs. Turns that hanging breaking ball around, but foul. That one's fair. That one's hit well. Marte going back on it. Giving chase. It's well over his head. It's a one-hopper off the wall. Goodman rounds second. Ival Goodman is going to try for third, and they're just going to throw it ahead of him home. So Ival Goodman, his 5th triple of the season, puts a jolt into that one over the head of Starling Marte. Marte got turned around, but I'm not sure he gets to that ball anyway. 1 out. Here's Heine Groh. Reds third baseman batting .241. Tries to hold up on that pitch. I'm not sure if they said he went or if they called that a generous strike on the inside corner. But either way, it's 0-1 to Groh. 6 homers, 31 RBIs. Good slider from Draybeck, swung on and missed. Head of Groh 0-2. Down in the dirt. They appeal and they say he went. First strikeout for Draybeck. Groh not looking thrilled with that. Ump doesn't much care though. It's 2 down. Here's Sean Casey. Casey batting .298. Seven homers, 28 RBIs. He's been splitting some time with rookie Frank McCormick. Lots of people think McCormick is going to ultimately end up being the regular first baseman here, but Casey has not left an opening for him to take the job outright. Fastball on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Slider misses inside. 2-1 to Casey. Ival Goodman on third after his triple, hoping not to be stranded. Another slider from Draybeck. That one misses away. Light-hitting Dave Concepcion waits on deck, so we'll see how Draybeck handles this 3-1. Puts one down the heart, and Casey loops one out into center. It's going to hang up, though. Max Carey underneath it puts it away, and the side is retired. So the Reds threaten but do not score. We'll head to the bottom of the second. Still scoreless here in Pittsburgh. Carey, Clark, and Bell due up for the Pirates. Here's Max Carey, .297. So far for the Pirates center fielder, he's got 10 steals on the year. Rixey delivers, Carey yanks it foul. Ground ball to second. Fielded cleanly by Johnny Temple. Throw over to first, and there's one away. So here's Fred Clark. Clark .270, 14 homers, 40 runs batted in. Again, not a bad season for Clark by any means, but actually a little bit worse than he put up last year. He was one of the real bright spots for this Pirates offense a year ago. Offense actually a little tick below where they were last year, but the pitching has been so improved from last season. People have questioned whether the Pirates could keep it up, but we're in mid-August. and the Pirates still lead the division. 1-1 offering from Rixey. Just misses up high to Clark, who takes it and it's 2-1. Fly ball down the right field line. That'll go well foul into the seats. Be nothing but a souvenir. 2-2 count. Rixey delivers. Another one fouled off by Clark. Rixey's not going to overpower you. Breaking ball there. Chopped out to third. Concepcion charges. He has it. Throws over to first. And Clark is turned aside for the second out here in the second.
The shortstop. Yay. Bell.
So here's the shortstop, J. Bell. Bell batting .282. 329 on the road, 228 at home. Bell said he has no real explanation for that. Very much enjoys playing here in front of the fans at Forbes. Rixey's fastball misses down low. It's 1-0. Rixey gets the sign from Lombardi. Then delivers. Comes up high, misses, and it's 2-0. There's a shot, fly to right. Goodman ranges over, he's under it. Puts it away and the side is retired. So the Pirates go down 1-2-3. We will head to the top of the third here at Forbes Field. Concepcion, Temple, and Rose due up for the Reds. Here's Concepcion, 231. He's got 11 steals, 31 runs scored on the season.
Number 13.
First pitch from Drabek. Concepcion lines it foul down the left field line. Slider there from Drabek, misses low and away. There's another slider and another one misses. So Concepcion avoiding chasing. We'll see what Drabek comes back at him with here. Another slider down and away. That one Concepcion swings. Think that one probably clipped the zone anyway. 2-2 offering from Doug Drabek. Goes up high and swing and a miss from Concepcion. Second strikeout for Drabek. Concepcion asking where that pitch was. It may have been a strike. It was a very good location from Drabek, up and in on the inside corner. StatCast says that barely clipped the zone. So Concepcion had a swing, but that's a great pitch from Drabek. Tough spot to do anything with. Here's Johnny Temple. Temple 272. Home run, 20 RBIs. Temple playing for the injured Bid McPhee, who suffered a knee injury that, if I remember correctly, is going to keep him out for the rest of the season. I believe he suffered an ACL tear. One the count. Temple fouls this one off. 1-2 the count. Sanguian sets up away. That one hangs, lined out into right. Marte is going to play it cautiously on the hop. He could have taken a shot at diving for that, but if he dives and doesn't come up with it, Temple may very well be standing on third. So he keeps Temple to the single. Here's Pete Rose. Rose flew out his first time up. Fastball. In there for a called strike. Throw over to first. Temple dives back in. Exactly the obligatory semi-tag there. 0-1 pitch from Drayback. Curveball misses inside. 1-1 the count to Rose. Pitch from Drayback, slider, misses inside. Drayback wants a ball change. Umpire obliges. Drayback rubs it up. Taking a little while here between pitches. No pitch clock. In this game, we just got an extended view of Doug Drayback's mug for whatever reason. Here's the 2-1 offering. Nope, this ball doesn't work either. Changeup misses away. It's 3-1. Cy Seymour waits on deck. There's the pitch. That's a fastball on the outside corner. Rose didn't feel like he could do anything with it, so he waits. Temple on first, 1 out. Scoreless here in the top of the third in Pittsburgh. Drayback goes high. Rose gets a piece of it, fouls it straight back. Keep the count at 3-2. Drayback throws over. Temple can walk back to the base. Here's the offering from Drayback. Rose, fly, down the left field line. It's a long run, but it's going to stay up. Clark gets it right near the line. Puts it away for out number 2.
Now batting, number 35.
So here comes Seymour. Flew out his first time up. Drayback throws over to first again. Keeping an eye on Temple. There's a nice slider there at the knees. Seymour takes it for the strike. It's 0-1. Here's the pitch. Fastball misses up high. Slider misses away. 2-1 the count to Seymour. Drayback deals again. Has a shot down to first, right at Beckley, though. He'll take it to the bag himself for the 3 unassisted, and the side is retired. So the Reds turn aside. We'll head to the bottom of the third. Sanguin, Marte, and Stennett due up for Pittsburgh. A beautiful day here at Forbes Field. So far, pitching has prevailed. Manny Sanguin batting .306. 5 homers, 37 runs batted in. First pitch swing, and Sanguin hits a little bit of a humpback liner out there in the right. First pitch for a leadoff single. So here's Starling Marte. Marte 0 for 1. Fastball on the corner for a strike. Marte lined out his first time up. 3 for 8 in the series. Breaking the ball way out in front. Count is 0-2. Swung on and missed, so Rixey dominates Marte in that at bat. Second strikeout for Rixey. Marte will go grab a seat, and there's 1 away. So Marte a bit disgusted with himself there. Here's Rennie Stennett. Stennett singled his first time up. Takes a fastball here for a called strike. Pitch from Rixey. Ground ball down to third. Groh charges. He has it. Goes to second. On to first. 5-4-3 double play. Stennett is doubled up. And Rixey is out of the inning. Ball not hit that hard, but a good job by Groh. Approaching it, getting rid of it fairly quickly, and a nice turn there from Johnny Temple at second. We're a third of the way through here in Pittsburgh. We're still scoreless, Reds and Pirates. Ernie Lombardi leading things off for Cincinnati. He flew out his first time up. Out-of-town scoreboard, Orioles lead the Red Sox 1-0 in the third. Bobby Grich has hit his 14th of the year for Baltimore. Yankees up 3-0 on the Blue Jays in the third. Charlie Keller has hit his 23rd home run of the year. White Sox over the Rays 9-0 in the third. Zeke Bonora has hit his 20th home run of the season for Chicago. Royals up on the Astros 5-0 in the third. Kevin Seitzer has hit his 13th for Kansas City. Tigers up 3-1 on the Rockies in the third inning there in Detroit at Tiger Stadium. Matt Holliday his 18th for Colorado. Norm Cash his 13th of the year for Detroit. Angels and Rangers will battle in Texas later. Ed Figueroa and Lance Lynn, the pitching matchup there. Brewers and Padres yet to get underway out in San Diego. Brandon Woodruff and Dave Roberts, the pitching matchup there. Giants and Diamondbacks seem to be there a little bit delayed at the start. Larry Jansen and Omar Dahl will battle there. Expos all over the Braves, 8-1 in the third inning. Felipe Alou homers 20, Moises Alou homers 20 and 21 for Montreal. Wally Berger has driven in a lone run for Atlanta. Cardinals up 3-1 on the Cubs at Wrigley. Johnny Mize, home run number 25 of the season for St. Louis in that one. Phillies lead the Dodgers 3-1 in the third. Pete Reiser, red hot lately, has hit his 23rd home run. Jimmy Rollins, his 11th for the Philadelphia Phillies. Mets up on the Marlins 1-0 in the third down in Miami. Sid Fernandez, Anibal Sanchez, the pitching matchup there. Check out our standings quickly. Red Sox still lead the Yankees. Twins up 5 games on the Indians. The Indians have gotten hot. They did this last year. It took them a little bit longer this time around to get going. But beware of the Cleveland Indians. They made the ALCS last season. They were not good in the first half. They turned it on in the second half. They're trying to turn the same trick this time around. The Oakland A's, 84-36, 23 games up in the American League West. The A's on cruise control and trying to match that 111-win season from last year. We'll get to the National League standings. We'll get to the bottom of the fourth. Fly ball there to Clark. Ends it. We're still scoreless here in Pittsburgh. Cincinnati and the Pirates head to the bottom of the fourth. Stargell, Beckley, and Elliott due up for Pittsburgh. There you see the Yankees and Indians currently sit as the American League wildcard teams. The Orioles 2 games back. Angels 3, White Sox 5. Stargell steps in to face Eperixi. In the National League, the Mets and Expos creating a little separation there in the NL East. The Mets now a game up. And we'll get back to that in a minute. Willie Stargell has just taken the 0 off the scoreboard. Stargell hammers this one well out to center. His 33rd home run of the year. And that is a monster shot off the bat of Willie Stargell. Absolutely crushed. Looked like a curveball that stayed up. And Stargell sends this one a long, long way. That is absolutely hammered out onto the hills. Their StatCast calling that one 452. Stargell does not get cheated there, and the Pirates take a 1-0 lead.
The first baseman.
Rixey will try to recover here against Jake Beckley. First pitch misses down low. Beckley lined out in the first. Breaking ball misses inside. It's 2-0. off, and Rixey misses up high. 3-0 the count. Bob Elliott waits on deck. There's a fastball at the knees. Get a strike on the ledger. It's 3-1. Another good fastball there. That one up in the zone. So Rixey's battled back from 3-0 to get the count to 3-2. High fastball, and down goes Beckley. Swung on and missed. Strikeout number 3 for Rixey. He bounces back after the Stargell homer. So now here's Bob Elliott. Elliott 0 for 1. He struck out his first time up. Fastball misses down low. That's a jam shot, and Rixey is just carving up Bob Elliott today. Made him strike out awkwardly last time up. He gets him to pop up on a very awkward swing this time. 2 outs for the Pirates here in the bottom of the 4th. Bob Elliott walks down the tunnel in search of a clue. Here's Max Carey. Carey 0 for 1. He grounded out back in the 2nd. Breaking ball off the plate. It's 1-0. There's a shot down to first. Casey takes it. He'll trot to the bag himself, and the side is retired. But Willie Stargell, despite the uniform glitch, goes deep into the shrubbery out there past the center field wall here at Forbes. We head to the top of the 5th. Good pitchers duel here, but the Pirates break through. They lead 1-0. Here's Heine Groh, 0 for 1, struck out in the 2nd.
The third baseman, number 75.
Slider misses up high. It's 1-0. First ball there. There's a shot towards the gap out in right center. That's going to be extra bases. It's past Marte. All the way to the wall, retrieved by Carey, but that's going to be a triple, the second triple of the game. Val Goodman did it earlier, and now Heine Groh has his first triple of the season. Marte tried to cut it off, but it just got past him. Nice little half gainer there from Marte once the ball was passed. So now, nobody out, the tying run on third. Trouble here for Drabek as he faces Sean Casey. Casey 0 for 1, he flew out in the 2nd. Here's the pitch. Curveball misses down and in. Slider misses down low. 3-0 the count. Dave Concepcion swings in the on-dexter. Change up there. Odd 3-0 changeup. Don't see that too often, but Drabek drops it in for a strike. Here's the pitch. Casey, chopper out to third. The run's going to come home. Only play for Elliott is to first. But Casey puts bat on ball, gets the run in, and we're tied here in Pittsburgh. The Reds get the run in. It's 1-1. So now, base is empty, 1 out. Here's Concepcion. Davey struck out his first time up. Concepcion fouls that fastball straight back. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to the right-hand side. Stennon is there. Throws over to first, and Concepcion is set aside for the second out. Again, Stennett playing for the injured Bill Mazeroski. Mazeroski also. Actually, Mazeroski might have been sent down because Mazeroski's offense was absolutely abysmal. He was hitting below 200. You knew you weren't going to count on him for huge offense. And his defense had been great, but his offense was bad enough that it earned a demotion. This one is hit over the bag down at third. Carey retrieves it. Runner's going to try for second. Good throw in there, and he's gone. Great throw from Max Carey. That's a poor base running decision from Johnny Temple. From Fred Clark. Fred Clark got to that ball quickly. Temple trying to get into scoring position, but Clark throws a strike and guns him down. So we're midway through, tied at 1. Now Clark will lead things off here in the bottom half against Rixey. Takes the fastball up and in. Fly ball, that's pulled well foul. Rixey rocks and fires. Fly ball to left. Throws under it. Puts it away for out number 1. Pirates have been very aggressive to that point. 1 out in the bottom of the 5th. This next pitch will be the 50th for Rixey. Jay Bell will see that pitch. Bell 0 for 1. He flew out his first time up. Fastball in there for a called strike. If you are watching with me here on this Tuesday afternoon, first and most importantly, thank you. It's greatly appreciated. If you have not subscribed as of yet, I hope you will consider doing so for more content from the Franchise Stars Baseball League and my other leagues as those seasons come about. Also, kindly consider banging that like button while you're here. YouTube loves that. Ground ball up the middle, ranging, nice play, Concepcion, and he got him. That ball was not hit that hard. Bell, I don't think, got a great break out of the box, but a nice play by Dave Concepcion, ranging up the middle to throw out Jay Bell for the second out. Here's Manny Sanguin. Change up, misses down low, it's 1-0. Fastball rifled into the stands. Rixey rocks and fires. Ground ball through the right-hand side. It's a base hit. So Sanguin has his second hit of the game. Good piece of hitting there. Puts it right through the hole. So that'll turn the order over. Here's Starling Marte. Marte 0 for 2. First pitch swing. Here's a shot. Nicely played by Concepcion. Flips to Temple, and the side is retired. So Dave Concepcion, a pair of nice plays in that inning. We're moving along here, heading to the top of the 6th. The Reds and Pirates tied at 1. Top of the order for Cincinnati coming up against Draybeck. Here's Pete Rose. Rose is 0 for 2. Fastball in there for a called strike. Rose cranks this one well. Out to right, hooking away, and it's going to fall foul. Marte unable to get there. Rose gave that one a good ride. He stayed in the batter's box, though, uncharacteristically, but Rose knew that one was hooking. So he tries to go the other way instead, but this one will hang up for Fred Clark out there in left for out number 1. So Rose is set aside. That'll bring up the center fielder, Cy Seymour. Seymour is 0 for 2. He's flown out and grounded out. Drabek gets the sign from Sanguillen and delivers. Fastball. Called inside. That looked like a pretty good pitch. Forbes Field faithful thought so as well. And now Seymour drives this one towards the gap. Marte lays out, can't come up with it. Backed up nicely by Carey. Runner going into second, and Seymour is in there. So it's a double for Cy Seymour. Just out of the reach of a diving Starling Marte. Playing him a little bit to pull, and those couple of steps seem to be the couple of steps that Marte came up short there. So runner on second, 1 out. Chopper back here to Drabek. He'll throw to first. And there's 2 away. Lombardi is turned aside. So Drabek will try to get out of it and keep this game locked at 1. To do so, he'll deal with George Foster. Foster 0 for 2. He's lined out and grounded out. Slider way out of the zone. Foster won't chase. Foster batting .361 with runners in scoring position this season. There's a nice slider from Drabek. Swung on and missed. It's 1-1. Here's the delivery. Change up, grounded foul. One and 2 the count. Sanguillen sets up inside. Drabek comes inside, and Foster swings and misses. I think that's only the second strikeout for Drabek, but he's pumped as he comes off the mound to end the 6th. Great location. Ties Foster up a bit. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Reds and Pirates still tied at 1. Here's Randy Stennett. Stennett 1 for 2. Single back in the first. Rixey and Drabek locked up in a good pitcher's duel here in the series finale. Again, the Pirates have taken the first 2 games of this series. Pirates have now won 5 straight. Put them back a half game ahead of the Cardinals in the NL Central. Shot in the hole, and it's the Dave Concepcion show for the last 2 innings. Another terrific defensive play from Concepcion. Ranging to his right, jumps and throws, and gets Stennett comfortably. Beautifully done by Concepcion. So 1 down, here's Willie Stargell. Stargell homered his last time up for the lone Pittsburgh Red. Takes a fastball here on the outside corner. Stargell whirls the bat around. Breaking ball from Rixey, and Stargell hits this one on the screws. That is laced into right field. Cut off nicely by Aval Goodman, who'll hold Stargell to a single. But Stargell hammered that ball. So now here's Jake Beckley. Beckley is 0 for 2. Fastball misses. Beckley struck out and lined out. Out in San Diego, Mark Loretta extended his hitting streak to 23 games. One of the very few bright spots for a really bad Padres team. Beckley slaps it down to third, but Groh has it, throws across the diamond, and sets him aside. Runner moves to second.
Now batting, third baseman, Bob Elliott.
So 2 down. The lead run is in scoring position now, though. Here's Bob Elliott. Elliott 0 for 2, struck out and popped out. We have not seen bullpen action for either side. Rixey and Drabek, as mentioned, locked up in a very, very good pitcher's duel here at Forbes Field. Here's the pitch from Rixey. Ground ball down to third. Groh has it. Throws across the diamond, and the side is retired. So good work from Rixey. We will head to the top of the 7th. Reds and Pirates still knotted up at 1. Goodman, Groh, and Casey due up for Cincinnati. Here's Ival Goodman, 1 for 2. He tripled back in the second. That's his only hit of the series. He's 1 for 9. Slider misses away. It's 1-0. Drabek looks in for his sign. Slider misses up high. It's 2-0. Offering here from Drabek. There's a shot looping down the left field line. That's a long run for Clark, but he gets there. Puts it away for out number 1.
Number 75.
Here's Heine Groh. Groh 1 for 2. He tripled his last time up, scored the lone Reds run on the day on the Sean Casey groundout. There's a shot up the middle. That's a base hit for Groh. His second hit of the day is a 1-out base hit back through the box.
Now batting, the first baseman.
Drabek, self-preservation to get out of the way of that one. So now here's Casey. Casey's 0 for 2. Ground ball to second. Throw over to first. Groh is off on the pitch, so he gets into second easily. Stennett just takes the out at first.
Now batting, number 13.
So with 2 outs, that'll bring up Concepcion. Concepcion 0 for 2. He has struck out and grounded out. He has done some masterful work with the glove in this one. 3 or 4 highlight reel plays. Pirates have their first bullpen action of the day going. Don Robinson and Solomon Torres both throwing. Here's the pitch from Drabek. Swung on and missed. He's ahead of Concepcion, 0-2. That slider, Concepcion able to lay off. Tex Aggs has joined us. How are you, Tex? Good to see you. Appreciate you stopping by as always. Drabek misses with the fastball away. We got a good pitcher's duel here. Doug Drabek and Epa Rixey locked up in a 1-1 battle here in the top of the 7th. And the Pirates a half game up on the Cardinals in the NL Central. The Reds 6 games out of a wild card spot. So this game means a lot to both of these teams as we've reached mid-August. Drabek deals. Concepcion out in the center. That's going to get down. That's a base hit. Carey cuts it off, but Groh's going to come around to score, and Dave Concepcion breaks the 1-1 tie with a base hit in the center. So Concepcion, who as we mentioned has made a few terrific defensive plays in this game, now does it on the offensive end. Curveball from Drabek, and that one hung up and was to center of the plate. 2 things you don't want out of your curveball. So now here's Johnny Temple. It's the bottom of the Reds' order, tries to get it done. Temple's 2 for 2 on the day. 3 for 7 in the series. Drayback will try to minimize the damage now. Slider is in. He's ahead of Temple 0-2. Throw over to first. Concepcion dives back in. Drayback delivers. There's a shot looping out into right. Stennett goes back and makes the play. Nice job, Rennie Stennett. So Stennett with a nice grab to end the inning, but Dave Concepcion breaks the 1-1 tie in the top of the 7th. 7th inning stretch time here at Forbes Field. It's 2-1 Cincinnati. Here's Max Carey. Carey is 0 for 2. He's grounded out twice. Rixey's staying in. He's only thrown 65 pitches through 6. That approach doesn't seem to change for the Pirates here. As Carey pops up the first pitch, Temple puts it away. A step on the outfield grass for out number 1.
Now batting, left fielder, Fred Clark.
So here's Fred Clark. Clark is 0 for 2. He's 0 for 6 in the series. Rocks and fires. Fastball in there for a called strike. Rob Dibble and Luis Castillo both throwing now for the Reds. There's the pitch. Breaking ball swung on and missed. Clark chases one down in the dirt. Rixey's ahead of him 0-2. Rixey doesn't seem like he needs the help at this point, but they're going to have bullpen action ready just in case. Breaking ball there. Grounded to second right at Temple. Throw to first, and there's 2 men down. So Rixey has kept the Pirates off balance for much of this game, with the exception of Stargell's mammoth home run. Here's J. Bell. Bell 0 for 2. First pitch, fastball in there for a called strike. Rixey's done a fine job getting ahead of hitters this game. High fastball there. Borderline pitch, he doesn't get it. Ground ball down to first. Casey has it. He'll take it to the bag himself. And Rixey's work continues. He's through 7. Reds leading it 2-1 as we head to the top of the 8th. Top of the Reds order will step in, and they will face Don Robinson. So Drayback's day is done after 7 innings of 2-run ball. He was terrific. Robinson on the year, 5-4, a 4.74 earned run average in 52 appearances. He will face Pete Rose. Rose 0 for 3. Flew out his last time up. First pitch from Robinson. Rose hits it on the screws, but right into the glove of Jake Beckley down at first. Beckley doesn't snare that. That may well have been a double. But instead, it's just an out. And here's Cy Seymour. Seymour 1 for 3. He doubled back in the 6th. Later came around. Actually, I'm sorry. No, he was stranded. Rose scored the run. Foul ball there. It's 0-1. Robinson sets and deals. There's a fastball at the top of the zone. So Lee Meadows is now throwing. Solomon Torres still throwing out there for the Pirates. Pitch there from Robinson. Sinker misses down and away. 29,926 here at Forbes. Pitch down in the dirt, swung on and missed. Seymour gets carved up there by Robinson, and there's 2 away here in the top of the 8th. So that'll bring up Ernie Lombardi. Lombardi is 0 for 3. Fastball misses down low. It's 1-0. Robinson looks in and delivers. Lombardi swings and misses at the slider. We'll check that out-of-town scoreboard one more time on the next scroll through. Lombardi fouls it off. Count goes to 1-2. Robinson set and deals. Chopper down to third. Elliott has it. Throws over to first, and the side is retired. So Robinson sets the side down in order. We head to the bottom of the 8th here in Pittsburgh. Pirates trying to get something going. They'll start it off with Manny Sanguillen, who is 2 for 2 on the day. Okay, you see the Cubs' Fergie Jenkins now leading the National League in earned run average this year. Bright spot for the Cubbies in what's been a miserable season for them. Casey tries to get to that one, but it's just a touch foul before he can grab it. Sanguillen gets another chance. Looped out in the shallow right center. Going out on it, Temple can't come up with it, and Sanguillen has his 3rd hit of the game. 2 seeing eye singles and a bloop base hit. Manny Sanguillen is living right. Flops this one into no man's land out in right center. And Aparici is going to come out of this game. Certainly a debatable decision. Rixey has been exceptional, and he's got a low pitch count. But Rixey's going to come out. The Reds are going to turn to Rob Dibble. Dibble 1-1, 13 holds on the year. He's got a 3.91 earned run average in 28 appearances. Striking out a batter an inning. He's going to be tasked with facing Starling Marte. Slider in there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Dibble delivers. Another slider in there. So he's ahead of Marte, 0-2. A pair of sliders. We'll see if he goes to the straight gas here, and if he decides to waste one or not. Fastball there at 99. Marte gets a piece of it to stay alive. (0-2) count to Marte. There's a shot. Out to right. Long run for Goodman. He gets there, tracks it down to make the catch. Runner retreats to first. Nice play by Val Goodman. There's one away here in the bottom of the 8th. So Texas asks, why would you say the A's are doing so well? Is it just because they lucked out and got more of their better players from the initial setup and the year 2 draft? Well, yeah. I mean, the A's talent pool, of course, is really deep. You know, your older franchises have a really good talent pool. But they got a really good draw. Pretty much every team in that initial draw had some kind of weakness. That ball is dunked onto the line. Loop double. Sanguillen will have to hold at third. But Rennie Stennett gets his 8th double of the year as he drops that one right on the chalk. Out there in right. Dibble, frustrated to say the least. Oops, hold on a second. I went to pause for the replay. They're going to put Stargell on. I'm not sure if they're going to let me show the replay now that they're intentionally walking Stargell. So Dibble is going to intentionally walk Stargell. He'll get to Jake Beckley. Jake Stenzel is now going to come on to run for Stargell. Running for him at first. And this game, I would have loved to get to that before the game made that decision. But alas. All right, so let's see, first of all. So it will let me. All right, so I want to see how fair this ball was by Stennett. Get out here and see where this ball drops in. Wow, that is right on the chalk. You couldn't drop it any better than that. All right, so the bases are loaded. I hate this pinch run. It does it as the trailing runner, acting like he's going to stay out of the double play. But if you're going to send Stenzel in there to pinch run, it makes more sense to have him run for one of the other two guys, even though they're closer to home. But alas, we'll deal with it. I mean, in fact, he puts one into the gap, having Stenzel's speed on first. I also just don't know if in a one-run game, if I would have taken Stargell out of the game anyway, especially since he's not the lead run. If Stargell comes around, the Pirates will already have the lead. Fastball's in there for the called strike. But as we're talking about Tex, yeah, I mean, most of the teams had some kind of weakness, and the A's opening draft, they really didn't. Their defense isn't great, but I mean, they got McGuire and Fox, so they were able to plot one of them into DH. They got Ricky, they got Reggie Jackson, and their rotation was really solid from the start. A lot of teams got one or two of their top starters, or if you got your great top starters like the Braves did great for their rotation, but Dwayne's club can't hit. That's their problem. They didn't get Matthews, they didn't get Aaron, they didn't get Chipper or Andrew Jones. They didn't even get somebody like Joe Adcock at first. So, the Braves are just having a problem scoring runs. And now, last year they pitched great but couldn't hit. This year their pitching hasn't been quite up to par, and they still can't hit. So, you had a lot of that for other teams, and the A's and the Giants just got great balance. So yeah, they definitely, and then the A's added Eddie Plank in the year 2 rookie draft. So they've had a really good initial draw, and then Plank added to that rotation. The pitching depth is really sets them apart. Like the Yankees can hit, but the Yankees can't pitch with them even after they added Whitey Ford. And now here's the 2-run single. So Jake Beckley comes through as he lashes one into left, and the Pirates have rallied here in the bottom of the 8th to take a 3-2 lead. And the decision to pull Epirixi seems to be blowing up on the Reds here. Is Rob Dibble, certainly the potential to dominate, but he has not done that here, to say the least. And now here comes Joe Beggs to try to clean up the mess. 4-2, a 3.88 earned run average, 8 holds on the year. This will be Beggs' 53rd appearance of the season. And he will face Bob Elliott. So now that Stenzel is in for Stargell, like in this, if they hadn't put Stenzel in for him before, and they put him in for him now, that move would make a move, and now the Pirates are just blowing this up. Down the right field line, 1 run comes in to score, 2nd run being waved around. It's a 2-run double for Bob Elliott, and the Pirates have struck for 4 runs in the bottom of the 8th. Elliott's 20th double of the season, and the Pirates take a 5-2 lead on Cincinnati. Well, we never like managing from up here in the booth. But I did say that when Rixey was taken out of this game that I didn't know if I loved that move for the Reds. Shot into center. Base hit. Elliott being waved around. Throw comes home. It's way offline. Another run is in. 5 home in the bottom of the 8th for the Pirates. And they now lead it 6-2. Epirixi had allowed 1 run through 7 and change. Let's go back to this for one minute, because game log. All right, so in the 8th, Reds batting, Pirates batting, Iglesias in the bullpen. Sanguillen singles. Right, so Sanguillen singles, to lead off the 8th inning. To that point, Rixey had thrown 7 innings of 1-run ball, and I think he had only allowed 5 hits. Just a terrible decision to take him out there. Bad decisions happen. I don't have a problem with how it played out. And a lot of times they'll leave their starters in there, but this time they decided to take him out, and it has absolutely blown up on the Reds. Where's Big Clue? Clue would have some choice words for what has gone down here. Foul ball there. Oh, 0-1 count to Clark. Throw over to first. Runner gets back. So much for the pitching duel. So let's see. So Tech says, yes, Bernard, I absolutely agree. You never take a big bat out of a close game. Unless it's like if Stargell was on third there and the sac fly would have tied the game, yeah, then you run for him in that situation. That's a situation that came up in the World Series last year in FSBL. But in that situation where he's got 2 guys ahead of him, Stargell's run didn't mean anything there. And the way that pinch running algorithm works, I've kind of figured it out, even though there's nothing I can do to fix it. It's an error in their algorithm. They're putting speed in there to try to help stay out of a double play situation. But the priority has to be getting the tying or lead run home more than staying out of the double play. Having Stenzel's speed there as a trailing runner on the bases doesn't buy you anything if you can't get the main run home. But the game also does not like taking out a catcher unless there's 3 catchers on the roster. And again, so it's like somebody entered these algorithms in there and just was incomplete in how they did them or didn't test them enough. Like, there's a logic to what they're doing, but the logic, like the priorities of their logic, they get it backwards. Like I said, staying out of the double play thing makes sense, but you've got to worry about getting the run in first. That has to be the priority there. So Beggs works to Bell, 2 outs, runner on first. The Pirates, with a 5-run bottom of the 8th, have stormed back as they look to complete the sweep. So Tech says, so the league will catch up to the A's as seasons pass because the A's later year talent. Well, yeah, but remember, it's not just a matter of, it's not by year. So if the AI, if you've got somebody, these 2 teams are pretty bad examples because there's a lot of old school talent on both of these rosters. But even like Jay Bell was an 80s, early 90s player. So it's not like it's just like guys from the 19s, 20s, and 30s come in first and then 40s and 50s. It's the entire player pool and then the random generator. So the A's do still have plenty of talent left as this inning finally comes to a close. But also remember, guys' initial contracts are the number of years that they were with the franchise. So yeah, like the A's have Jimmy Fox, but Fox is, if I remember right, as George Foster steps in here in the top of the 9th, Robinson's going to stay on. I think Fox is with the A's for at least 10 years. So Fox is signed to a 10-year deal. So like any of those guys, they're going to have for quite a while before they hit free agency. So, I mean, and the A's also play in the weakest division in the league. I guess both of the Wests are kind of weak, but the Giants will have to eventually contend with the Dodgers. The A's just don't have anybody in that AL West who can draw their kind of talent pool. So the A's, between getting the good draw and being in a weak division, the A's are gonna be at least a playoff team for quite a while, I would imagine. I mean, the Red Sox have enough talent, I think, to beat them in a short series if they can get them there. I mean, the Indians almost took them out last year. Now, I, of course, thought they're going to, and get back to that in a minute, is the Pirates are not going to risk letting this get away from them. In comes Felipe Vasquez, who's been outstanding. 41 saves, a 1.85 earned run average. First and second, nobody out here in the top of the ninth. Here's Heine Groh. He's 2 for 3. Vasquez delivered with a slider there, swung on and missed. So now the count goes 0-2 to Groh. Let's see what Vasquez comes at him with here. There's a looping shot in the center. Carey ranges over. He'll get there, puts it away. Very slow George Foster on second, not a shot of tagging. Here's Sean Casey. Now, wait a minute. Hold on. Because this is a situation. So you've got a lefty closer in there. I said a couple broadcasts ago I was going to start being a little more aggressive in late kind of pinch hitting actions because the game doesn't really do it. Ben McPhee is back from injury, but Johnny Temple's playing well, so Temple keeps playing. That's fine. So you've got Sean Casey in there, and Casey's been fine. And Casey actually was a weird guy because he had some reverse splits. He actually hit for good contact against lefties. But you've got Frank McCormick on the bench as a righty. I think against the lefty, I think you put, regardless of Casey being a fairly solid hitter against lefties, I'm inclined to think that you go to McCormick here just because he's got a little more juice in the bat. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to go to Frank McCormick for Sean Casey.
Your attention, please.
Now let me make sure I put the... So McCormick, 254, 7 homers, 17 runs batted in.
McCormick.
2 men on. They're going to hope that McCormick can put a jolt into something here. Slider misses off the plate. It's 1-0. I just find the game is not as aggressive as I would like it to be with pinch hitters late. So I'm going to start intervening a little bit there. I'll do so sparingly, but if there's a situation that I feel strong about, I'm inclined to do it. One and one the count as Vasquez works to McCormick. Change up in there for a called strike. So we'll see if my managing blows up in Pittsburgh's face here, but from the Reds' face, since that's what I made the move for. Fastball up and in, misses. It's 2-2. Things a little tenuous here now for Pittsburgh. Gets him with the changeup away. So McCormick comes on the pinch hit for Casey and fans on the changeup. Well, I just fired myself. So there's 2 down. Still think that's the right move in that spot, but down goes McCormick, and the Reds are now down to their final out. Here's Dave Concepcion. Concepcion 1 for 3. He hit what at the time was the go-ahead single. Gave the Reds the 2-1 lead before disaster struck in the bottom of the 8th. Slider misses down low. Two and 0. Vasquez deals. There's a strike. Fastball on the inside corner. Tying run. Stands in the on-deck circle. Fastball here is in for a called strike. It's 2-2. Vasquez trying to close it out. High fastball. Concepcion flies it to left. Clark's underneath it. Puts it away, and the side is retired. So the Pirates, with an 8th inning rally, complete the sweep of the Reds. They keep their hold on first place in the National League Central. A terrific start from Doug Drabek. The miscellaneous Reds manager will be questioned about taking Eparixi out of this game. There you see Willie Stargell's big fly, the only long ball in this game. He absolutely crushed. Concepcion with the RBI single. Jake Beckley had the big 2-run single to give the Pirates the lead. His hit made it 3-2. Then Bob Elliott's double made it 5-2. That gets us to the final point. Don Robinson gets the win. Rob Dibble takes the loss. Felipe Vasquez saves his 42nd. Your final line score: Pirates 6 runs, 10 hits, no errors. Reds 2 runs, 8 hits, no errors. Willie Stargell gets player of the game honors for his home run. Kind of feel like Drabek probably earned that, even if he did end up leaving on the short end. Robinson, scoreless inning of relief. Rob Dibble gags it when he comes in. Gave up 2 hits and a walk in a third of an inning of work. So that will wrap up the game. We'll check out that out-of-town scoreboard quickly before I have to get ready for work. And then we'll do a quick standings check. So, let's go see. Out-of-town scoreboard. The Red Sox come back to defeat the Orioles 6-3 in Baltimore. Carl Mays wins his 10th. Milt Pappas takes the loss for Baltimore. Jonathan Papelbon saves number 30 as the Red Sox continue to lead the American League East. The Yankees trying to keep pace with them. Yankees defeat the Blue Jays 4-3. Mike Stanton gets the win in relief there. Roy Lee Jackson takes the loss for the Blue Jays. In Tampa, the White Sox batter the Rays 14-1. Jose Quintana with the win, improves to 6-7. Rolando Araujo takes the loss to fall to 1-4. In Detroit, the Tigers defeat the Rockies 4-2. Not many hits in that game, few runs, few errors as well. Harry Kovaleski improves to 6-6. Pedro Estacio falls to 9-13. John Hiller saves his 30th for the Tigers. Oops, I forgot to sim this game. In Minnesota, the Cleveland Indians, here they come. Indians defeat the Twins. Now let me see. That should be the finale of that series. So Cleveland, So Cleveland just went into Minnesota and swept the Twins. The Twins' offense has gone in the tank. The Twins get 1 run a game in that 3-game set. We talked about their injuries. Joe Cronin is out. Joe Mauer is out. They've got Knobloch back at this point. But the Twins are in a bad way. We're going to check the standings out in a minute. But I believe that cuts what was a 10.5 game lead for the Twins at the All-Star break. I believe that cuts that now down to 4 games in the AL Central. It's only been 3 weeks since the All-Star break. In Houston, the Royals batter the Astros 7-1. Brett Saberhagen allows only 3 hits in that one to improve to 7-11. Mike Scott falls to 9-13. The A's continue to roll, a 5-0 win over the Mariners. Tim Hudson gets the win. He improves to 14-3. Jim Beattie takes the loss to fall to 7-9. The Angels, despite 3 errors, rout the Rangers 7-0. Ed Figueroa with the win. Lance Lynn falls to 2-12 for Texas. Expos defeat the Braves 11-2 in Atlanta. Atlanta gets 11 hits in that game, but can't get the big one. Javier Vasquez wins his 12th. Jim Whitney loses his 11th. The Mets defeat the Marlins 2-1 in Miami. Sid Fernandez improves to 11-7. Anibal Sanchez takes the loss. Jesse Orozco saves number 33. Phillies defeat the Dodgers in Philadelphia. Ben Sanders improves to 11-7. Rookie Preacher Rowe falls to 14-7 for the Dodgers. Cubbies get the win against the Cardinals. Claude Passot improves to 6-10. Max Lanier falls to 7-10. Lee Smith, the rookie closer, wins his 30th. Texags can be happy about that one for the Cubbies. In Arizona, the San Francisco Giants win again. I believe that's 11 straight for the Giants. Larry Jansen improves to 6-13. Omar Dahl falls to 8-13. Lastly, in San Diego, the Brewers defeat the Padres 2-1. Brandon Woodruff, his league-leading 16th victory for the Brewers. Dave Roberts falls to 9-11. Brent Suter saves his 29th for the Brew Crew. So we're going to go check out the standings where we are at now. We'll start out. Well, let's do the National League. We'll start in the Central where that game just took place. So the Pirates, winners of 6 straight. The Cardinals have now dropped 4 in a row. So the Pirates, with this win, open up a 1.5 game lead over the Cardinals. 8 over the Brewers, 8.5 over the Reds. 10.5 over the Cubbies. The Cubbies have now won 4 straight. They're only 6 games under 500. We'll see. Technically, the Cubbies are actually still in the wild card. I mean, they've got too many teams to jump is really their problem. And they're 19-28 in their division. That's really hurt the Cubs. But the Cubs are still 9 games. They're still in single digits in the wild card. In the NL East, the Mets continue to lead the Expos by a game. Mets have won 7 straight and 8 of 10 to kind of hold the line there. That's becoming a 2-horse race. In the West, the Dodgers and the Giants. Yep, the Giants. We talked at the All-Star break about how the Giants hadn't gotten clicking yet. The Giants have now won 11 in a row. They've opened up a 6.5 game lead on the Dodgers, who've lost their last 2. Expos and Cardinals currently hold the wild card spot. So right now, the National League playoff picture, 4 of the same teams from last year. The only change, the Pirates atop the NL Central and the Dodgers out of the mix. In the American League, the Red Sox continue to lead the American League East. The Yankees had an earlier push. The Red Sox held off. The Yankees trying to surge again. They've won 8 and 10. 8 of 10, but the Red Sox still lead that division by 4.5 games. 73-46. In the Central, the Twins' lead in that division is down to 4. Again, they led 10.5 games at the All-Star break. The Twins have lost 5 straight. The Indians have won 6 straight, including this recent 3-game sweep of the Twins in Minnesota. White Sox and Tigers, 9.5 games out. And there you see the A's, the juggernaut, 84-36, 700 ball. 23 games up on the Angels in the AL West. The Yankees and Indians currently the wild cards. So right now, the American League playoff teams, the only difference there is the Angels being out. The Angels were a wild card last year. And the Twins leading that AL Central, but that seems precarious right now. Twins got to right the ship, and they got to right it quickly, and they're going to let that whole division slip away from them. Let me see, just checking on the comments real quick. All right, Dwayne's coming up with the broadcast shortly, which is excellent. Yes, Cubs win. The poor Braves, you know. Yes, the Twins offense, they just got Knobloch back, but Knobloch missed more than a month. But the Twins are without Mauer, and let me go to the list real quick. I overshot the Twinkies. There we go. So the Twins right now still without Mauer. Mauer had a broken leg, so he's still going to be out for a while. He's going to come back sometime in September. And Joe Cronin is still out with a broken hand. Cronin's not going to be back until September either. So they are really struggling right now. So Smalley is playing over Cronin. I mean, Smalley's actually batting 300. But the rest of that lineup, I mean, Gary Gaetti is down to 223. Buddy Lewis is playing a bit at DH. Knobloch's only hitting 242, and he was hitting pretty well when he got hurt. So Knobloch has struggled since coming back. You know, Patsy Garrity, 268, playing for Joe Mauer, who was hitting 311. Just the Twins offense, they can pitch, but their offense is really, really in a bad way right now. Let me see. So they lost. So the Twins have dropped 5 straight. They have scored 1 run a game for 5 straight games. The last 2 against Detroit, and now the 3-game sweep against Cleveland. They're going to try to get things right against the Rangers, who stink. But then they play the White Sox and the Blue Jays, which won't be cruise control games. And then they face the Giants for a 3-game set. When do the Twins face the Indians again? Oh, they face each other in back-to-back weekends, mid and late September. They still got a 3-game set with the A's too. They end the season against the Dodgers. Yeah, Twins might have a bit of a problem here. Twins might have a bit of a problem, but they're still up by 4 and they can still pitch. So we'll see. That's definitely going to be one to watch, though. Yeah, so that takes care of the standings. That's it. I'm going to check out of here. Dwayne has a broadcast coming up. I thank you guys, as always, for checking in with me here. If I do something on here late tonight, it's probably going to be related to the football project. I don't think I'll do a baseball broadcast tonight. If I do anything later, it'll probably be tied to the football project, an update, and maybe go over some stuff. Maybe do a game. We'll see how I feel when I get home from work with Game 7 of the NLCS tonight. I'm probably going to be at work late. But I appreciate all you guys checking in. Dwayne, Tex Ags, Bernard Strom, all in the house here. The luminaries at the ballpark. Appreciate it, guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. I will see you around somebody else's stream. Dwayne coming up with his. Be good to each other, guys, and we'll talk soon.